Do you want to know the biggest misconception about living here in Las Vegas in Nevada? Stick around for this video and I'm going to give you six of them, six of the ones that I've heard since I started living here 3 years ago, from all walks, from my family back home, friends back home in the UK, from people I meet or talk to from other states over here as well. So some of the misconceptions about living in Vegas. Follow along in the comments as well and let me know what you think of these misconceptions, and at the end let me know if I've missed any that you've heard as well. But we're going to start right now. One of the biggest misconceptions I hear all the time is, Peter, there's nothing to do in Vegas apart from the Strip. Now that couldn't be further from the truth. There's no denying though that the Las Vegas Strip is what makes Vegas the entertainment capital of the world. I mean, that's set in stone. So much to go and do and enjoy on the Strip, it's crazy. There's whatever your taste, whatever you're into, you'll be able to find something to do on the Strip. That goes without saying. If you're living here though, then you're probably not going to go to the Strip that often. So some of the other things that you can do around the Vegas area is definitely going to be enough to keep you occupied as well. There's 7 Magic Mountains down in the south on the way to California. We went there a couple of years ago. They keep saying it's going to go away, that it's the last year. I don't know if they've said it again. They keep saying it, so I don't know how long it's going to be and when you're watching this video. But we went, we loved it. We had the kids believing though that they could make a wish and the wish was going to come true, which they were a little bit disappointed that their wishes haven't come true yet. But it's nice to get some great shots for the Instagram there as well. So check out 7 Magic Mountains. There's also the Neon Light Museum. The Neon Light Museum is really cool. Obviously, we're a city of neon. We're full of neon here in Vegas. So there's some great neon signs in the Neon Light Museum and just neon lights in general. That's really cool to go and check out. And our kids loved checking out those lights as well and picking out their favorite ones that they liked and taking a picture with it, which was really cool. There's the downtown art galleries as well. So in downtown Las Vegas, there's a really cool art scene, and we're not talking just the big galleries, but some of those little small niche ones have some really great art in them as well. And art is always in the eye of the beholder as well. And some of the things that people class as art these days is, like, to me, I don't understand it, but then something else other people don't agree with, and I'm like, wow, that looks really, really great art. So definitely go and check that out as well. There's lots of great shopping areas within Las Vegas. So there's downtown Summerlin, there's Green Valley Ranch, there's Town Square, there's the Galleria Mall, there's the premium outlets. So plenty of shopping to go and enjoy here as well, if that's what you're looking to do. If you're living here, obviously, then you can go and check out all of those in different times. If you like to be outdoors, there's so many parks, there's so many walking trails, no matter what community you're going to be in. We also have Mount Charleston up in the north, which is really great to go and enjoy. There's some great hikes there, to get some great snow there as well in the winter. Lee Canyon is great as well for the snow, and there's some skiing, snowboarding, and who would have thought you'd be able to do snow activities in Vegas or not far from the Vegas Strip. So you can check that out as well. That's probably about a 40 minute drive from the Strip. So depending on where you are in Vegas, again, it's not going to be too far. If you're in the northwest corner, you're going to be very, very close. And as I said, water parks as well. There's so many different water parks. So there's definitely a lot more here than the Strip, and there's definitely a lot more for you to enjoy. Another big misconception I hear all the time is people in Vegas only care about gambling, drinking, partying, and some people even believe that you can move to Vegas and strike it rich in a casino, which I'm still waiting for that to happen. I mean, the casinos always end up on top unless you strike it lucky and win pretty early on. And even if you do get a big win, the chances are you've already paid that back. And then in terms of the partying, when you're vacationing somewhere and when you're living somewhere, how you behave is completely different. And if you take probably the average Las Vegas resident, I'd say maybe they go to the Strip probably once a month at the most. If people are in town, friends and family, then maybe they'll go a little bit more often. Personally, we don't go that often. We would go if we're going to see a show, if we want to go for a nice meal at some of the really great restaurants on the Strip. Obviously, there's so many different types of shows. We came back recently from seeing Cirque du Soleil, which was an amazing show. One of my favorites I've seen so far. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. If you have any recommendations on shows you think I should go and see here in Vegas, pop that down in the comments below. I love anything that's entertaining, so definitely let me know. Also, great musical artists come here. So when there's someone that we want to go and see, maybe we'd go to the Strip then. Or if it's in the Allegiant Stadium, obviously it's not really far from the Strip, it's just adjacent. We were meant to see Ed Sheeran recently, but he cancelled. We're going to go and see him again at the end of October. And that's the only sort of reason we go to the Strip. We don't go to the Strip to party or to just have a random night out. It's normally for some sort of occasion, and that's the same for most people that live here. Most people that live here want to stay as far away from the Strip as possible, if I'm being completely honest. And because there's so much to do outside of the Strip, there's probably not that big necessity to go there unless you have friends and family visiting from out of town. As I said, then that's a different story. But again, I would say that is a pretty common misconception. We're going to jump into the next point right now, but before we do, obviously I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. A lot of you that reach out to me say that you love the detail that I go into, and I don't just scratch the surface. I go into a bit more detail than some of the other people that are doing YouTube videos on the same content. And all I ask is, if you are liking these videos, then please go ahead and like the video, and also subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell as well. And then that way you'll be able to stay informed. And it also, more than anything, it really helps my channel grow. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it helps my channel grow and get in front of more people as well. So if you could, I'd absolutely appreciate you liking and subscribing. Thank you, guys. Another misconception I hear all the time is Sin City. And yes, it's the tagline that normally comes with Las Vegas, Sin City. If you get past the Strip and the downtown areas, actually, we're just like any other city within the whole of the US. And unbeknown to a lot of people, Vegas is actually known for its religious diversity, and there's whatever your faith is, that you're going to find a home here, whether you're Church of Latter-day Saints, whether you're Hindi, Baptist, Jewish. There's a huge Jewish community here, Muslim, another huge Muslim community here as well, Christian, Catholic. If you're looking for a good Christian church, I can definitely point you in some great directions there as well. No pressure, but if you wanted that and you were thinking about moving to Vegas, then definitely let me know. And it just goes opposite to the whole Sin City and that thing that you associate Vegas with. Is that not that religious side? And for some people who are religious, if you're not religious, then I respect your beliefs as much as anybody as well, and 100%. But if you are religious, that could be one of the things that maybe put you off moving to Vegas, is that reputation. It almost put me off, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm glad it didn't, because I absolutely love living here. So as I said, Sin City itself, it has that nickname for a reason if you're going to stay around the Strip and the downtown area. Outside of that, though, there's such a huge, diverse religious options here within the city that it just goes the opposite way. It just breaks that whole reputation. So again, another misconception I hear all the time. Another misconception I hear a lot is that we don't have any seasons. And traditionally, obviously, in places that have more frequent seasons, your seasons would maybe be 3 months each. So 3 months of summer, 3 months of fall, 3 months of spring, 3 months of winter. I mean, that's in the complete wrong order. I don't know what I was doing there, but you get my point. In Vegas, we do have seasons. It does. We have a very, very hot and long summer. We do have a small spring. We do have a longer winter than compared to spring and fall as well. But you can feel the difference. Right now, it's in October, mid-October, and it's not quite winter and it's not summer. It is fall. I mean, we don't have the brown leaves and some of the gorgeous backdrops that some of the other cities would get in this type of season, but it is fall. You can feel it in the air. There's a bit of a crispness there as well. And we do have those seasons. And if you look across the weather, yes, we do have 300 days of sunshine less. Yes, we do have 80 degrees-ish average temperatures across the year. But you can see a distinct pattern where it does fall into the seasons. We also have a rainy season as well, which a lot of people overlook. And we have sort of a monsoon season as well, where the rain comes down quite heavily. It caught a lot of people out this year because it actually felt like this year was more rain in a short space of time than any of the other years. Certainly any of my other 3 years that I've been. I can't really speak before that, but it definitely felt like a lot more rain than normal. Even our road had some light flooding. It wasn't just a little bit of surface water. It was like gushing down the street. It didn't cause any damage to any of the property or any of the cars, thankfully. I saw a lot of intersections, though, had a lot of, big, I wouldn't call it a puddle, but it wouldn't be a lake, but it was somewhere between a puddle and a lake. You could still drive through it, but it was obviously a bit deeper because all the water was rushing there. Vegas has a lot of tunnels and a lot of wash sort of areas, what is made to bring the water out. Obviously we're desert though, so we're not really made for that sort of climate, so I think it does struggle a little bit when there is rain. But because of how dry it is here, normally it dries pretty quickly as well. I mean, the next day after those rains, you couldn't feel anything. So if you're thinking that there's not going to be seasons here, there are going to be seasons, but they might not just be as pronounced and as, you know, definite as some of the other cities and states within the country. Another misconception I hear all the time is there's no nature, there's no mother nature within Vegas, it's just a desert. I mean, yes, we are in a desert and there is a lot of brown here, and yes, we are the bright lights and the neon, as I've already touched on as well, but actually outside of that, again, when you look more deeply, there actually is a lot of great nature places here. I mean, Mount Charleston is beautiful, Lee Canyon is beautiful, Red Rock Conservation Area is gorgeous, the Spring Valley Mountain Range is gorgeous, Black Mountain Range is gorgeous. You've got the Bird Viewing Preserve down in Henderson, which is really nice. You've got the Clark County Wetlands, Lake Mead as well. I mean, that's just some things off the top of my head that just put that whole no Mother Nature to shame. So, and if you are looking for, you know, something that does feel a bit more Mother Nature, then there's definitely going to be things here to go and enjoy. Obviously not so much in the center, but on the outskirts of the city boundaries, then definitely be able to enjoy a large amount of Mother Nature. So again, another misconception. I know I was probably guilty of it myself when I first moved over here and didn't really dive deeply into it, but then when I started looking at it, you know, I was thinking, wow, Mount Charleston, this is gorgeous. Some amazing views up here, the temperature's nicer, there's some really nice greenery that's grown here because the temperature's better up here as well. Lee Canyon is really, really cool as well. We love going to the Bird Viewing Preserve in Henderson, which is really, really nice. We had our engagement shoot at the wetlands, the Clark County Wetlands, which was also really cool. Not so much wet, but definitely really, really nice, and lots of great plants there as well. So again, check all of those things out and let me know what you think and if you had for any of your favorites there as well. And then the final misconception, and this touches me as a parent, is that we're not a family-friendly city. I see it quite a lot in some of the Vegas tourist group chats or Facebook groups, where people are always like, leave your kids at home. If you want to take your kids away, take them to Disneyland. And I get that some people, you know, for some people, the strip is, in their mind, should be an adult-only thing. But if you're living here and you're thinking of moving your kids here, but you're thinking that isn't really family-friendly, maybe you've read the school ratings, and the Clark County school ratings are really low, 49 out of 50. Bear in mind, Clark County School District is one of the biggest in the country. It's number 5, and if you actually delve deeper into the schools, then you'll be able to, I'm sure, pick some really, really good schools. If you want some help and guidance on that, then always feel free to reach out to me. As a parent, I definitely know what it's like thinking of those things. Also, maybe you've checked out the crime rates and they look a little bit higher than the average. They are higher than the national average. A lot of that is concentrated in a certain area though. Again, we can jump on a Zoom and I can pull up the crime stats and I can really show you where they are and hopefully put you at peace with those as well. And in general, there's just so much for the kids to go and enjoy. As I said, there's parks, playgrounds, splash pads. There's really nice libraries, and the libraries are not just well stocked, but they have a lot of great events. There's some really great communities like Inspirada and Sky Canyon, Rhodes Ranch that do quite a lot of things for the kids as well. During the school holidays in the summer, there's lots of different programs you can put the kids in. A lot of it is STEM based as well, so that's also really, really good. And in general, as I said, I think it's the opposite. I think we're a very family-friendly city, and I think they're trying to shake that reputation by doing a lot of cool things for the kids and for the families. But, you know, sometimes reputations stick as well. But if you do your research, and, you know, I can help you with that as well, you'll see that we are family-friendly for sure. And that's it. That's some of the common misconceptions about living in Las Vegas. Let me know what you think of those misconceptions, and if you want to talk about them in more detail, then also reach out to me. And if there's something I've missed, pop that down in the comments below. Just another reminder to please like and subscribe to my channel. And then if you are thinking about moving to Las Vegas, then please do get in touch. All my details are down below, and I really would love to help you make a smooth move here. Until the next time though, guys, thank you for watching. You take care.